advice from the heart. We'll cover up the bargain price sticker from the bookstore. Um, and today is actually September 15th, and that is day 256. 7. Pride is never justified. It is based on a mistaken evaluation of oneself or on success that are only temporary and superficial. We should remember its negative effects. We should also be aware of our defects and limitations and realize that fundamentally we are no different from those we see as inferior. Ooh, justified pride. Not easy to do, right? Self-righteous justifications and behaviors are things that are, wow, I've experienced those. And I think that I wonder if you're on here, say hello. I'd love to see um, who's watching. But one of the things that I believe with this justified pride or justified being righteous and justifying my beliefs and my behaviors that can get me into trouble is that I can really convince myself. I can be very convincing to myself that I'm doing the right thing, and if my motivations are to feel prideful, to feel right, to feel as though I know something that maybe somebody else doesn't know, or whatever those reasonings are to justify a behavior that may be right or may not be right. It doesn't even matter for me. When I get caught up in this pride, I'm in my ego. And when I'm in my ego, I'm doing it from motivations that aren't necessarily that are fleeting, like what he was saying right here, on a mistaken evaluation of oneself or on success that we are only temporary and superficial. So if I really want to be my true self and be the person that is loving and kind and not prideful and boastful, and not saying not to say that I shouldn't be proud of myself for doing things. That's not where I'm going, but it's when I justify behavior that is based on trying to get feeling from somebody else, trying to get a pat on the back, or trying to get recognized, or trying to get acknowledged in whatever way that looks like. When that is happening in my life, I tend to get myself in a tizzy. And really, what it boils down to, I don't know about you, if you can relate to this, share in the comments. But what it comes down to are these expectations, because then when I'm in this plane of being pride and wanting you to recognize me, or whatever the case may be, right? When we're here, because this doesn't ask us if this is going to happen. I believe this is saying this is what happens when we are here. And I think navigating this and understanding, and when I take a look at what my motivations are, and when I take a look at, or when I am in a place where I don't care, where I'm not doing it for a pat on the back, where I'm not doing whatever behavior it is to people please, or be whatever the case may be. When I am doing that, my expectations, I consistently fall on my face. So my recommendation in regards to all of this, let me know if you can relate to this. Let me know. But when I have those expectations, it can get real ugly, and then I can tank. So then I can go from being prideful and feeling good, or thinking I feel good on a superficial level, to then going into my worthiness, and then going into imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome man, takes people down. And what's interesting about imposter syndrome for me and for clients that I've worked with is it's so insidious because I may be behaving in a way, so my actions might be saying one thing, right? However, this underlying, it's like an app running in the background. It's that app running in the background. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, la, 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 la. And down the rabbit hole we go. Down the rabbit hole we go. So, all I can tell you is listen to the Dalai Lama because the Dalai Lama knows way more than me. And I believe that if I stay away from expectations, if I stay away from the superficial, if I stay away from those those urges to be recognized, then what comes is always more beautiful, is always more ease. There is always something better that comes along when I am in that realm, and I hope so for you too. So let me know what you got out of this. Put a little message if you're interested in signing up for my email list, I will put a link in the comments of this video. But be well, be safe, be kind to yourself, to others. I will be back here again, and I hope that you think a little bit about what the Dalai Lama has to say today, because every day this book is really good. And I'm going to read it one more time before I go. Pride is never justified. It is based on a mistaken evaluation of oneself or on successes that are only temporary and superficial. We should remember its negative effects. We should also be aware of our defects and limitations and realize that fundamentally we are no different than those we see as inferior. So for everybody that is having trouble understanding other people's choices, no matter what that is, they're just the same worthiness as we are. They are not inferior than us. We are not superior to them. And when we operate from that, we're all just trying to get along in this world, be happy, be on this little blue ball that's going through the galaxy, and live a life that is safe, that is comfortable, that is free, that is of service, that is loving and kind. So that's all I have. Be well. Be back again soon.